All right, guys, time for our third YouTube video of the lifetime. Um, at least our lifetime. So we will be going over Wednesday, October 8th at 8 in the morning with our strategy MTL. Let's get it. All right, so let's go straight to the daily. We have the vertical line on 8 in the morning just to show you that it is 8 in the morning. Right now you can't see it on the daily time frame because it's too high of a time frame, but we're going to mark up the two caps that we've seen on the daily now for a little while. This one right here. And the 3 minute time frame, I mean, this daily doesn't have any other small gap that's worth noting. So now we will go to the 1 hour time frame. Look for the most recent divergence, if there's any. No. Let's look for the overall trend line, which is bullish. That is a bullish trend line if I've ever seen one. This has been going up. Let's see if there's any small gaps. Yep. There is one right here. Let's see if it's opened any other little gap around here. It did, but it closed it. It did, but it closed it. Rats. So nothing. All right, cool. Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's see what type of divergence we see over here. So here we are kind of seeing a buy between this last level, because this level went up, broke, showed divergence. Now it broke and it showed divergence. So we'll be drawing that up because it is saying to buy this market, which is quite interesting. Let's see if that correlates with the 6 minute time frame now. A 6 minute time frame, we have 3 steps. So here it is showing us that there is divergence going on, but then again, there is also divergence now going on as a sell. So the 15-minute and the 6 minute are not correlating to each other. One is saying, hey, look, there's divergence right here, it might buy, and the other one is showing a sell. So we're just gonna go with whatever the 6 minute is showing us and go ahead and get prepared for it. So the 6 minute in white is showing us, hey, it might be time to sell this market. Black followed by white candle. We put it right under there. And we have our first level drawn. The 6 minute is telling us to sell. Did it happen over here to tell us a buy? Divergence? No. This was the lowest point in the market, which is right here. And the next consecutive mountain did not actually go lower on the chart, but higher on the RSI. So it's staying true. Now, we are in a bearish trend line. It is showing lower lows and higher lows. So let's go ahead and draw our Fibonacci retracement tool from high to the lowest peak, which is here. We're looking for sells from high to low. We're looking for sells. It does seem to be around the 0.5. Maybe it can even climb to the 0.618 and show us another sell for October 8th, Wednesday. So now we have our fib, we have our divergence. Let's see if we can find any little gaps. And those are the 3 things that we should check for. Right now, it just formed one little teeny tiny one right here. So it is going to go up back up to the upside for sure and fill that in at some point. Let's try that white. Stay true with the time frame. Let's see if we find any sneaky, pesky little. Hey, we do see one right here. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let's see a little lower. There's another one here, but it got closed. And everything else seems to be closed off. So we do have 2 little gaps. So a gap has been noted for today's trade. Now, we have the fib, we have the gaps, we have the divergence. Divergence, gaps, fibs. Let's go down to the 3 minute now. Our job is done on the 6 minute time frame. 3 minute time frame, we also see that small little gap. So let's look for gaps first. A little gap there. Let's see. This is still true to the 6 minute. Now the 3 minute. And there is a small one here, but it did get filled over here. So nothing to see. Now on the 3 minute time frame, are we seeing anything? Are we seeing a sell? Are we seeing a buy? What is it showing us? So if we open up our RSI, we can see that this point was high, but this point is actually higher than this past point. If we go ahead and we draw a horizontal line, you can see that this one definitely tips over this one, clear as day. So we're trying to see the most recent divergence that's going on. So it would have to be in the near future that this mountain gets overtaken by a higher one on the 3 minute time frame. So yellow for 3 minute time frame. And then we're able to draw a wedge like this. But for now, it hasn't happened. Let's see if it does. Now, on the 3 minute time frame as well, let's delete this black vertical line now. This candle, if you look down, it's 8:03 in the morning. So let's go ahead. Let's say it took us like, 12 minutes to really look after all that stuff, which I mean, the daily trend line, the 1 hour, is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is there any gaps? And going down to the 15, is there any divergence? And then going down to the 6, drawing the fibs and everything. Let's say it's like 8:12. We start at 7:50 in the morning, by the way. Let's draw a 60 pip range to the downside using these green lines, right? So right here we see one, it's almost 60, but not quite. So let's go ahead and drop it a little bit more. And this is the next green line that shows up in sequence. So that is our range line. Okay, again, grab a ruler from wherever current market price is, start dragging it down. This is not quite the level we're looking for. If you're looking left and right like a machine, you'll see that this is the very next level. This one right here. So 60 pips going down. Now let's do it. Same is true for it going up. So let's see, this is 53 pips. We see no other red one. And the next red one we see is 166 pips up. So Jesus. That is a lot of upside nature. Now we have everything done. We have the 3 minute range, we have the 3 minute gaps, which we saw none, and there's no 3 minute divergence. Let's go down to the 1 minute to see if we see anything interesting here. So on the 1 minute time frame, I also don't see anything for it being 8:14 in the morning. It might just show divergence a little bit later and then correlate the 3 with the 1 and then give us a trade. And if not, then honestly, team, we don't see anything really flowing down. It's a little inconsistent. Let's see, we maybe see a buy here. No, not even. Because here, this is the lowest point in the market at 611, and at 611 here, it's actually this one. And this one is indeed the lowest point in the market, and it did not show divergence. So let's give it time. We know that it's going to go back buy up and fill in that white gap right there. And there it goes. Went ahead and filled it up. Is it marking divergence? Yes, it is on the 1 minute. I'll show you why now. Let's go up to the 3 minute. Not quite on the 3 minute, but on the 1 minute, we do get to see it. How? Okay, easy. From here going right, there's nothing, but this peak and this peak is now showing divergence. How? Because it touched it once over, okay? It once touched it over, and now it's touching our overbought area once more. See? This tip is lower than this tip, and this one is higher and lower. So it is doing the opposites. It's definitely showing us divergence, low, high, high, low. Let's go ahead and grab it from the last level of support, which is this one, as this is where it started. And let's go ahead and draw that wedge out and wait for that breakout to go ahead and sell this market under the 1 minute time frame. Let's see what happens. And oh, it goes even higher. Okay, so it might just start getting exhausted now. And now it connected the whole thing because on the 3 minute time frame, guess what? Oh no, it's not showing yet. Okay, awesome. On the 1 minute time frame, it went ahead and went higher. So nothing changes. Let's give it some more time. Let's see what it wants to do. It went higher again. Let's see if it actually closed for the 3 minute to give divergence. And yes, now the 3 minute is activated too. Why? Because this is the highest point followed by lower points. So this now looks like this and marked in yellow. It filled in the small little gap that we were looking for. Awesome. It hasn't opened another one, but now we have a second trend line, and now the unity is set in place. 6-minute sell, 3-minute sell, 1-minute sell. And if it breaks out of the range right here, that's our confirmation that the TP will definitely be 100 pips from the range. 0.124 is what we're looking for. But let's see if the trade gets activated. Let's go ahead and put this here. When is the trade fully active? When it finally sells off the 1-minute and 3-minute, that's when I would go ahead and put the sell limit at the range to say, yes, this is selling. Right now, we're just gauging it up. We're waiting. It breaks through right here. Confirmation that it broke through, guys, with this candle on the 1-minute time frame. Because remember, guys, it kept going higher now on the 1-minute, but it kept going lower on the RSI. So divergence is now stretched from here all the way through. Our trend line still stays true, and it broke right through. Then it closed one body candle under, finally, the trend line, which was here. This would be our sell limit entry, and now we would immediately also activate this range entry and put a sell limit here so that we can catch it all the way to the 0.124. Now let's see what ends up happening there consecutively. So if the sell limit gets activated because within this minute you put the sell limit and this one gets activated, or you market execute, whichever you feel more comfortable with. Sometimes it's cool to have a sell limit. Sometimes it's better than market execution. I personally just market execute this one and I sell limit this one. And it works just right for me because the market execution right here, I'll go ahead and sell this because it was activated by it closing a candle below it. I would put a 60 pip stop loss because this is on the 1-minute time frame, and I would be selling it all the way down to the second line after the range. So this is the first line after the range, this is the second line after the range, this is the range. And the range would now also be active, and I would be risking 80 pips on this and trying to take it to the second line of the range. Okay, right now it's 9:36, so it still has a good amount of time to fall. And at this point, either if I get really close to the range and I'm at 150, this is how I measure my TPs, 100, 125, 150, okay, 175, which would be there. You can go ahead and take profit at any of those centers. Right now here, we're waiting for at least 100 pips flush. And for this other market, I would be looking for at least 150. Once it breaks down first from this first line, the confirmation here, the range confirmation and the first line, you could put your stop loss back at entry for your first 1-minute trade. For the range, you want to keep it open until either it hits take profit or you see it kind of reversing and you feel more comfortable with taking profit on TP1. This would have already been a closed trade at 150 and 100, but let's see what would have happened if you go ahead and you hold it on all the way through 12. So there you go, guys. You'll see that it did end up reversing at 80 pips. Okay. And it went ahead, it activated the range, it went down, but it didn't go all the way down to the second line. That's why I like to go ahead and just round it. Either 25 pips, 50 pips, 75 pips, or 100 pips. Here, it was really close to the second line. I probably would have had it at 100 and then just taking that profit there. The 1-minute time frame trade was really great as well, and it dropped 173 pips max total. I would have caught it at 150, knowing that it went ahead and went back up up the range, it tested it, went back down. I would have been comfortable with it taking profit around 150 and or stop loss at entry, and I wouldn't have lost anything. So this was the result for Wednesday. And now tomorrow we will be updating tomorrow's trade because we will be trading live tomorrow. I'll go ahead and maybe live stream it through here, through YouTube, and then also then send a video upload through YouTube for that recap. And stay updated with the Discord because on the Discord I will be writing my P&Ls. I started from a $500 account and I'll be tracking and recording every single day and every single TP or stop loss that happens from here all the way to December 31st on my Discord channel. So lots of love, guys. Peace out. See you on the next one.